Hello, welcome back. I'm Enrico Bio Jr. and today I have a special guest, TJ Edwards.
So, doing good.
And here's our instant reaction to a WWE Friday Night Smackdown. It is Friday, December 27th. I think tonight was a good episode. Live, we haven't had a live episode in a while. Glad to have this back tonight. And we got off with a great start. Not having anything to know before the night started until I think like 4 o'clock. Nick Aldis came
Yeah.
out with an announcement. We knew nothing, absolutely nothing. We started out with Nick Aldis giving Kevin Owens the ultimatum about giving back the Winged Eagle belt, which we know heel Kevin Owens. He doesn't care about what Nick Aldis has to say or do. TJ, what's your take on this?
I when he said this at the start of at 4 o'clock I was like, yeah, he's not gonna give this back. So I knew that was gonna be like our main part of the show at that point. I was very excited to see it because I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah. So also announced to start out the night, a 6-woman tag match with Bianca Belair, Bayley, and Naomi versus Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. So, like, kind of random to set up. Like, we know they don't like each other at all. Kind of random to have, though. Really, nothing happened for his match to happen except the match last week with Bianca and Naomi versus Candice and Nia. Like, why does this come into play? But we start with a backstage segment with Bianca still accusing Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, or Tiffany Stratton of attacking Jade. When did she get the hint that none of them did it? And why did they accuse with their heels? Yes, we know. But thing is, why would they lie about them them not doing it and doing it, and then if they did it? Like, there's no point of them lying about it. And like, Nia actually comes out to start the match with a microphone. By the way, not with Tiffany, with Candice. We'll get there soon. She literally comes out with a microphone saying, "Bianca, I didn't do it. Stop accusing us." She flamed Tiffany, saying that she couldn't help them win the tag titles. So, like, with that, what's up with Nia and Tiffany, though? Let's get that out of the way. What is up with them?
I don't know. I think ever since Survivor Series, it's been kind of funky. Maybe even before that a little bit. It seems like ever since Tiffany keeps trying to cash in on Nia, there seems like their bonds break up more and more by the weeks going on, and slowly replace it with Candice LeRae. Which, by the way, I don't know why she's on the roster. Don't really like her that much, but I don't know why she's on the roster over a lot of other people. But it's just weird, I don't know why Nia's doing all this, just trying to replace her friend. I understand. But like with Candace, like why? So, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it started the Friday before Crown Jewel when when Tiffany said, "I'm gonna cash in either on you, Nia, or you, Liv. I don't know who yet. I will cash in." I think that's what started a little bit. The thing is, what? Like they? I thought they were through this. I thought they were getting better. Like, why? Nia in the whole match kept tagging out to Candice. Only to Candice. The only time Tiffany got tagged in the match. First off, she started the match. I don't know how they let that happen. Second off, only when she tagged herself in, and 3, when Nia was on the ground. That's the only time she got in the match. With all this, I think Tiffany's going to become a face soon. She started out on SmackDown being a heel the whole time. I think they're trying to make her a face out of this. And she will, obviously, cash in on Nia. It's just a matter of when. But with that match, Bianca, Bayley, and Naomi get the win over Candace and Tiffany arguing. So that I can't even call it a faction. They're not even a faction. That a dysfunctional group is just not doing anything for them. They're just not gonna get anywhere. And Tiffany soon she's gonna break off 100% and be her own star. TJ, what do you think on this?
First of all, yeah, I agree with whenever they do a tag team match in general with the females, it's like they throw a bunch of females there, like, okay, tag match. That's how it works all the time. There's not that many tag teams. There's like little groups. That's what they do. There's little bit of groups, and then it doesn't do anything for the storyline. Not that much. It did a little bit tonight, just bring up the tension between Tiffany and Nia. That's all it's doing. But it annoys me when they do that. And yeah, it's just weird. I don't know why they did it. But I guess a good win for them. I mean, it was kind of easy to see that happen. But just a weird match booked to start off the show. I don't know why.
Now, who do you think attacked Jade? You know, this question everyone's been asking. Who do you think did it?
Bro, I still think it's Naomi. I still think it's Naomi. I swear still think.
If you know me,
But
you know the one thing I never do is agree with Nia Jax. She plays the heel role perfectly, and I never like her. Tonight, I agree with her. I think Bianca did it. We all know Bianca, and like she was this huge star. She was a solo star. She literally had a title match last in a 39. Thing is, why would she be a tag star when she was just that? Because Jade came along and she had no one else. I think Bianca wants to get away from that. I think that's what happened. And with that, I think they're setting up for Bianca versus Jade at 41. Which, you know, a lot of people are saying that. And now I think it's going more and more into play. Besides, apparently WWE does not have cameras outside to see who attacked. It's been almost more than a month. We still don't know who attacked them. So, moving on from that, we see a somewhat odd match. First, backstage, we see Nick Aldis with A-Town Down Under. You know, and then we hear Theory has a match versus Braun Strowman. But while talking, they get interrupted by Sami Zayn. Why do you think he's there? Like at first you're like, why is he there? Yeah, it's there for the bloodline, but like, why else would he be there to talk about? Like, why? And then eventually we see Mello. Mello just interrupts. You know, Mello's just doing Mello things with great Christmas card with Braun Strowman on the ground after their match last week. And then they set up the main event for tonight: Sami Zayn versus Carmelo Hayes. And then we get that odd match: Theory versus Braun. It was something, I would say.
yeah,
Went on for a little bit too long,
too long. Way
but
too long.
it was a good match. Braun got the win, and now back to the whole Nick Aldis Kevin Owens situation. We see Kevin Owens in the car, telling Nick Aldis, "I will be there. I will be in the arena tonight. I will be at SmackDown tonight. Only if it's me and you in the ring." Now you're thinking. Now I was thinking, TJ, that okay, Kevin Owens not gonna get the belt back. He's gonna attack Nick Aldis. What were you thinking during this?
Thought the exact same thing. I mean, it's heel Kevin Owens. You never even know what to expect with him
Yeah.
at all.
So after that seriousness, we get the most unserious segment of the whole night. Probably, I think it was your favorite, Chelsea Green.
It's just
First off, she shows up wearing the Statue of Liberty outfit in the ring that's almost like the Oval Office. She's Canadian. She's not even American. Why? Yes, you're the United States champion. Congrats. Whoop-de-doo. Why you gotta like? I get it, it's her gimmick. But you don't gotta be all out. Like, I started laughing. Like, it was just ridiculous. It was even more ridiculous when she quoted John F. Kennedy Jr. She quoted JFK. Oh, like, what are you doing? Now, I bet no one got that.
I didn't at all.
I noticed that from the start. What? Just, that great segment gets interrupted with my least favorite wrestler. Who you know who it is.
Well, who it is?
Michin. TJ, what's your opinion on Michin?
Um, doesn't need to be in the roster. Needs to be down in NXT. Honestly, doesn't like we're showing her as this main superstar going after Chelsea Green. I don't see. There's so many other better female superstars that can go after her, and we have Michin, who doesn't do that much. Just not for me personally. I don't know if anyone out here. I'm sorry if you're a Michin fan. I'm so sorry. I don't think anyone's actually, but just not. It's not a good wrestler. But okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is who I've talked to. Never heard anyone say a good thing about her. Her best friend's a kendo stick. She literally said that tonight. Her best friend's a kendo stick. Congrats. Sorry, my bad. So then, yeah, she attacks Piper Niven, tries to attack Chelsea, and then the segment ends. It ends abruptly with that. And then we see it cuts to DIY backstage, which you're like, oh, something good, something serious. Thank God. We see them walk into Nick Aldis and Street Profits. Now we all know the Street Profits got attacked a few weeks ago. We all know that because of that, DIY got the tag opportunity, tag title opportunity. During that match, we saw them do. We saw them have their heel turn, which I think most creative way to have a heel turn. Wasn't expected. Match wasn't announced beforehand. That was awesome. Great. And Nicholas asked them, "Who did you guys attack the Profits?" And and Ciampa's like, "No, wasn't me. Well, it was never me. No, why? Why would it be me?" And then we think Nick Aldis caught them by saying there were two witnesses there. We thought they were caught. And then we see Elton Prince and Kit Wilson pretty deadly. The worst two people to be there. And they blame Garza because Ciampa and Gargano give him a dirty look. We were watching together. We both had the same reaction. Who is Garza? Who is he? And then it cuts to commercial. Excuse me. We see the Profits attack Garza. It took me a bit. It's the Profits versus Legado de Fantasma, who I forgot they're a faction. Santos Escobar, you know I don't like him. Where have you been? Like, where have they been? TJ, what was your opinion on the match?
Went on for way too long. Was my first key moment. It was a good match, but it could be over maybe like a long time. It could be cut in half, definitely. It's not going that long.
We all knew the Profits were going to win. We all saw that happening.
Yeah.
And then we see Garza and Berto start to have some movement, start to get some pin attempts, get some good moves. And why they dragged it out, no clue. But yeah, and then eventually the Profits to get the win, which who shocked there?
No one shot.
No one. Got it. Good to know. And then we see kind of an odd segment out of nowhere. Andrade, which they're setting up for a good match. Next week, Andrade versus Shinsuke. You literally said today you're not the biggest fan of Andrade. how do you feel about this match?
It's fine. I mean, I want to see with opponents like this. I want to see with the mid cartels. I want to see them go against as many different people as possible. So if it can throw a dry at him, that's fine. That's fine. I like to see that. I'm not saying Dry is a bad wrestler. I'm just not the biggest fan of him personally. If he can impress me, I mean, maybe I'll become a fan of him. Maybe.
Hey, I mean, he was speed champion a
Speech.
few months ago, so I mean, come on. Yeah, I think it's set up for a good match. I love Andrade. He's a good wrestler. Doesn't have the best promos, but he's a good wrestler. In Shinsuke, ever since he came back, he's been a whole different type of animal. He's been a beast out there. That match is gonna be good for the 3-hour SmackDown. Then it cuts back to backstage, and we see the Profits with Motor City machine guns, and Sabin and Shelly tell them, "Yo, Garza didn't do it." And lo and behold, of all people in the whole locker room, Apollo Crews shows up. Why is he there? No clue. Not even a tag team. If anything, he's the second worst person who could have been there. First person could have been Vinci, because he has nothing to do with it. Cruz has nothing to do with it. And Cruz tells them it was DIY. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Apparently, it took them to realize it. But yeah, Cruz snitched. And then after all this, we get the main event match of the night. Not the main event, not the whole thing. Mello versus Sammy. Now, while we were watching this, we both had two different takes. You said Sammy's going to win. I said Mello's going to win because of a bloodline interference. Neither of us were right. Thing is, I'm giving myself more credit.
Yeah.
I was kind of right. So, we see it go back and forth, and then Sammy gets an advantage. Mello rolls out of the ring. All right, what's going to happen? One big SOB shows up, Braun Strowman. Shit happens. That's who comes out. And he brings Mello in the back. So Sammy's waiting there for the count out and get the win. And then we see the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, and a Tamatonga. Not Tangaloa. He's still recovering, sadly. But yeah, we see the Bloodline show up and attack Sammy. And lo and behold, Braun Strowman comes back outside the locker room to help Sammy. Because if you remember him back in April with Logan Paul and Judgment Day, on his return, saying, "I hate bullies." With Patrick Mahomes there, by the way. Don't know why that popped in my head.
What?
That was all then. He comes back and sees Sammy getting bullied and helps out. And we see a weird face-to-face, which should happen in the near future. Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu have a face-to-face. TJ, that match happens. How do you think it's going to turn out, and how good would the match be?
Ooh, that's a good question. If that match does turn out, I feel like it'll be a good match. It has to. I feel like that would have to be on some type of a main event show, low key, not like a Raw or SmackDown. But that would be a good match. I also want to see him go against we talked about this Braun Breaker. I want to see that. I want to see that too. That would be a great match. But there's just so many people that Jacob Fatu can go against because he's just that good of a wrestler. But honestly, yeah, I need to see that match definitely. Amazing.
And then while all that's going on, Kevin Owens comes out of the locker room. Which, I don't expect it to be at least after commercial break. No, he just walks in while Sammy's getting beat up. Wait a minute, they could be foreshadowing something here because we all know Sammy and KO had the history. They were tag champions not that long ago. That's why Sammy left the bloodline in the first place before. Why? They're plotting something here. They're putting in the small details again. Because we all know that's why KO turned heel. Because Cody Rhodes teamed with Roman Reigns. So now we see KO and Nick Aldis in the ring together. We all know Kevin Owens is not going to get the belt back. And then Nick Aldis says, Kevin, if you don't give the belt back, you'll never have a WWE match again. So first thought, Kevin Owens, you were all elite. Second, and then all of a sudden we hear Cody Rhodes' theme hit, which Cody Rhodes did post on social media beforehand, him looking at both belts in his tour bus. So we knew eventually he was going to be back tonight. We knew eventually. We were waiting for when. And now he's back. Nick tells him, go back in the locker room. You shouldn't be here because of your neck. And Cody said no. We see a different type of Cody Rhodes here. We see a more angry type of Cody Rhodes here. Not in his full three-piece suit. He's angry. Which deservingly should. That's why, like, he should be angry here. And then we get a weird match announcement. We get a ladder match announcement for the belts. Well, wait a minute. Not on Saturday night's main event on January 25th. Not on next week's 3-hour Raw. At the Royal Rumble on February 1st. It's December 27th. I just had to check to make sure I was right. It's the 27th. They better throw gas in the fire here to make this feud even better. Because if not, it's going to be stale by the time that Royal Rumble match happens. TJ, what's your take on this?
I don't. First off, ladder match out of nowhere. If they could give it any stipulation for what type of match this would be, I would have picked that. I mean, I agree. K was great on Hell in a Cell matches, ladder matches, anything that nature. That's fine with me. But yeah, but Royal Rumble in February is what got me too, because that is such a long time. Like they have to, if they're building this up for that long of a time, it better be really good. I better see stuff every week going on, or it can become really stale really quickly.
Yeah, if not, well, first we gotta see Cody come back. More. Gotta have him have good promos. We need Kevin Owens to get more dirt, make more Stardust shirts, maybe even bring his brother into it, maybe make some Dusty shirts. Why not? He has all this momentum going into it. But we all know Cody's probably not going to lose. We all know that's probably not going to happen. They're going to set up for Cody versus Randy at Mania, Cody versus someone at Mania. Not Cody versus Kevin Owens at Mania. Or, this Potter. Maybe Cody, Randy, KO, triple threat Mania. How do you feel on that, TJ?
No, I don't know about that. But it sounds like a good match. I don't think they would think that. But yeah, I like that.
If it is, that's a good way to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, also and it's Smackdown. So overall, I think it was a good episode. Filled with some fun stuff, filled with some serious stuff. They had to put Meechin in there for something. They might have a Meechin Chelsea Green rematch, but yeah. Yeah. But yeah, with that, we get a few match announcements for next week. Get Andrade versus Shinsuke. Also, Naomi versus Nia Jax for the WWE Championship. We saw them have a match a few months ago, and Naomi won. Do you think Naomi could do it again next week?
Don't be serious. Don't be serious with me. No. She's not doing that. Ain't no way. No way.
So, with that, that's the end of this episode. TJ, thank you for joining me. We will have you on for the near future for more WWE episodes. I see you at the Money in the Bank in the background.
Yeah,
always great.
See it.
So, with that, thank you for watching. Thank you.